Hi guys, here we are in lesson 19 video 2, and as you can see we are on number 2 in your book, and we have another tape diagram. So let's look at this new tape diagram and see what we notice. I noticed that we have a 5 on top, so our whole tape diagram represents 5. And we have one part that's labeled 1/4. And our unknown is asking us how many fourths, right? We can see that this means that these are all cut into fourths. So I'm thinking about 5 of something, right? Looks like we need to find out how many fourths are in 5. Can you write an expression that matches the tape diagram to find the unknown? Yes, I think we can, right? We could say 5 divided by 1/4. How many 1/4ths are in 5? Or 5 divided up into 1/4ths. All right. And if we evaluate the expression 5 divided by 1/4, is the quotient greater than or less than 5? And how do you know? Quotient is the answer, right? Okay, now let's think about this. Let's take 1. All right. And we're breaking our 1 into 4 parts. Okay. So this is just 1. 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. And 1 has 4 pieces, right? So 5 is going to have a lot more pieces, right? In fact, you might know that it's going to have 20 pieces, because if I take 5 and I break it all into fourths, that's 5 times 4, which is 20. So yes, the quotient is going to be greater than the beginning. And as I've been telling you, starting with a whole number in a division, whole number and fraction division problem, starting with a whole number, ending with a whole number. Okay, now can we come up with a word problem that is going to make sense for this? I bet you can, right? I'm sure you can. What are you thinking? I think I might be able to type it if I use this one. Let's see. That might be handy. Yes, hooray. Okay, so what if I have 5 pizzas, right? 5 pizzas are cut into fourths. Well, that's a nice big piece, right? What happened? How many pieces of pizza are there after all the fourths are cut? That's a pretty good one. That is a real world problem, right? We've got a bunch of people and we need to give everybody pizza. How do we need to cut it, and how many pieces will we have after we cut it? Okay, make sure you're copying this down in your book, because this is number 2 in your notes, and I expect to see it. Could you write something else? Could you write about cutting something else into 5? Like 5 feet of ribbon or 5 feet of cloth, and you're making pieces that are each 1/4. Sure, that would be fine. Make sure you have your word problem written down there for number 2. Okay, excellent job. I'm going to clear that off. If you didn't get it, of course, you can pause me and copy it down. All right, very good. And let's clear this one off too. Maybe. Okay, we'll go to the next slide. There we go. All right, and that's number 3 in your book. And we're going to write a word problem to match each equation. Okay, so they're giving us an equation instead of a tape diagram. So let's think about a situation where we could use a word problem that would be solved by evaluating 4/5 times 30. Okay, now remember what we always say, that times means the same as of. So 4/5 of 30. All right, let's get our typing here. Excellent. And a word problem that we need 4/5 of 30. What could be some situations? You read 4/5 of the books on your library, or 4/5 of the books on your reading list, or you saved 4/5 of a gift of $30 that somebody gave you, right? You completed 4/5 of a 30-mile bike race. Oh, very good. All right, let's do the reading the book, the 30 book list. So I read 4/5 of the 30 books on my reading list. And we're writing a word problem, and we need to know what X is. So how many books did I read? Now notice, it doesn't ask you to solve the equation. So you don't need to write the answer to this problem. If you would like to, of course you can, but you don't have to. Right now we're focusing on making word problems from equations and tape diagrams. All right, very good. I think we're going to save the next one for the next video, and I'll see you there. Thanks for your hard work. Aloha.